right now on 12 News at 10.
I'm Chase Golightly at Canyon Lake. The family of a missing kayaker tells us they've recovered his body in the water. What we know coming up.
A Peoria school board member under scrutiny over social media posts containing anti-Muslim rhetoric and claims about sexual abuse in public schools. What the community is calling for.
It's going to feel a lot like June heading into Saturday. However, we also could see a few thunderstorms pop across parts of the state.
I'm Tiani Jadling in Scottsdale. The U.S. men's national team moves forward in the World Cup. The sights and sounds from the watch party tonight.
12 News at 10 starts now.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Kariba Devine. We begin tonight with breaking news. The body of a missing kayaker has been recovered at Canyon Lake in the Far East Valley. The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office telling us that they found him just a few hours ago. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly is joining us live at Canyon Lake. And Chase, you actually spoke with his family earlier today as they were searching for their loved one. This has to be just a horrible news.
Absolutely, Creeby. I spoke with his sister at about 4:30 this afternoon on the south side of the lake. It's in this area where they found their loved one's truck. Then at around 8 p.m., she tells me her family and a few other individuals located his body out in the water. Again, this information coming to us within the just past few hours. Now, Ty Keani came out to Canyon Lake on Saturday afternoon, and that was the last time family heard from him, telling me he was an active outdoorsman who loved hiking and kayaking. But when he didn't text them to let them know he made it back home, that's when they started to get worried. Reported him missing with the Phoenix Police Department and got MCSO involved. Family did their own searching as well, finding his truck in the parking lot of the Acacia Recreation Area. His kayak, cell phone, and car keys were found out in the middle of the water. When I interviewed Darina Ta, Keani's sister, they were just getting ready to hop on jet skis to search, telling me they weren't going to stop until they found him.
6 days have passed. It is very hot out here. And although we want to remain hopeful, it's becoming reality that, things are not going, it's not the outcome that we want. But we do want to find him.
And again, just a few hours after I spoke with her, that's when family and others located his body. The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office says its Lake Patrol Division recovered it. County's cause of death has not been released at this time, and that will come from the medical examiner's office. And about 45 minutes ago, I did once again speak with the family. They wanted me to share that they are so thankful for everyone who shared tips, who helped search Canyon Lake for their loved one. They especially want to thank those individuals who are out there on the water helping them today find his body out in the water. Now they ask is that they just have their privacy as they mourn the death of their loved one. We're live at Canyon Lake. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
Yeah, just heartbreaking for that family. Chase, thank you. A jury has found a former Prescott police officer guilty of manslaughter in the shooting death of an unarmed man. Brian Sutton will now face a minimum of 7 years in prison. Back in June of 2024, court documents say that officers arrived at 34-year-old Daniel Leslie's home. Leslie, who was unarmed at the time, then ran towards his home, and that's when Officer Sutton fired his gun. Leslie later died at the hospital. Leslie's family has filed a $20 million claim against the Prescott Police Department. Tonight, an update on last night's shooting involving Phoenix police. This happening near 23rd Avenue in Pinnacle Peak. Police have identified the suspect as 56-year-old James Glenn, who was wanted for child sex crimes. Police say that they used a grappler to stop Glenn's car. Then, while still inside, officers say that Glenn raised a gun and pointed it at them. Both officers then shot Glenn, hitting him. Glenn died at the scene, and a handgun was found in his car. No officers were hurt in the incident. The family of a teen killed at Maryville High School is now accusing the Phoenix Union High School District of failing to keep students safe. They are seeking $28 million for the death of 16-year-old Michael Montoya, who was stabbed on campus last August. The family's attorneys called the district's actions reckless, pointing to the removal of school resource officers in 2020. Earlier this month, the district voted to bring some officers back using a grant. The family says that a lack of safety checks led to an unsafe environment for Montoya.
as a professional to see these kinds of things enacted by perhaps overly sensitive school administrators, sensitive to the social justice issue that's in play, and caving into this is just, it's just, to my way of thinking, this is my opinion, if not criminally negligent, very close to it.
12 News did reach out to the Phoenix Union School District for comment. We were told that they could not comment on litigation. New tonight, a Peoria Unified School Board member is facing backlash over controversial social media posts. A parent in the district provided 12 News with these screenshots of Facebook posts that board member Janelle Bowles appeared to have shared. Two contain anti-Muslim rhetoric and another contains misinformation about sex abuse in school. At this week's governing board meeting, community members called on her to resign and issue a public apology.
School board members are supposed to create environments where children feel safe, respected, and protected. Instead, these statements contribute to fear, exclusion, and normalize anti-Muslim rhetoric within our community.
Now, Bowles did not directly address or deny the accusations. Instead, she offered to speak with students privately and encourage them to email her. Bowles added that she respects board president Jeff Tobey despite their different religious beliefs. 12 News reached out to Bowles for comment but did not receive a response. Tobey told 12 News that he hasn't seen the specific social media post but said, quote, "I believe an apology from board member Bowles along with a clear public commitment to all students of every religion and background is more appropriate than resignation at this time." Well, tensions are high at the Capitol tonight, and it's all about empowerment scholarships. In fact, it was so heated that teachers who came to protest were not even allowed to sit in the Senate chambers. Earlier this evening, a deal between Republicans and the teachers union to provide modest ESA reforms failed in the Senate. Republicans then began pushing a different measure that has not yet passed. It would compete against the initiative pushed by the teachers. That teacher-backed initiative imposes income limits and the use of leftover ESA funds for public education. The move to make changes to the $1 billion ESA program comes after 12 News uncovered thousands of ESA parents were spending millions of dollars on luxury items. As the legislature wraps up its session tonight, Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs is celebrating a bipartisan $18 billion budget. This now marks her fourth budget in 4 years of divided government with Republicans controlling the legislature. 12 News journalist Bram Resnick explains.
I am really proud of this budget. It is bipartisan, it is balanced, it shows Arizonans that we can work together.
Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs is celebrating a budget that cuts taxes, shrinks government, and steals its theme from President Donald Trump. It all sounds very Republican.
Has Katie Hobbs been rolled by Republicans?
This is the Republicans' budget with some Democratic, confetti and glitter thrown on it for sure.
Democratic consultant Don Penich said the new $18.3 billion budget for the next 12 months does have some crowd-pleasing features for Democrats.
There are some real progressive achievements in here, and that is why you actually see not just the governor, but a lot of Democrats celebrating.
The looming election played a role in Hobbs' budget decisions, that according to consultant Chuck Coughlin, a registered independent.
She chose not to have conflict and to get through this budget so she could focus on those priorities Dawn just talked about.
But how will the budget's $1.4 billion in tax cuts be paid for? State agencies took 2.5% budget cuts. State analysts report 1,000 government jobs are at risk.
Are those actual people who are going to lose their jobs, or is this budget math just positions that won't be filled? What do we know about that?
As far as I understand right now, it is just budget math.
Nicole Ludden is a Capitol reporter for the Arizona Agenda.
There's a lot of vacancies that state departments calculate for.
1,000 vacancies?
I'm not sure exactly. I know that Katie Hobbs, though, has a big government efficiency plan.
And that was Bram Resnick reporting. Okay, turning now to weather. Let's bring in meteorologist Lindsay Riley with our weather impact forecast. Lindsay, twice today I got some showers early in the morning, and then I got some more on the way back from our dinner break. So can we expect more of this as we head into the weekend?
We could see a couple of additional showers, especially early tomorrow morning. And you can see over the lower deserts, we do still have some shower activity. Those dew points have come up, so it's a bit more of a muggy night out there tonight. Few showers still around Flagstaff, the Rim Country. This is not going to be a washout this weekend. In fact, the few sprinkles that you saw out there both this morning and tonight, that's going to be the extent of the rain over the lower deserts. Now, this could continue into tomorrow morning, waking up to some clouds out there and then seeing increasing amounts of sunshine for the valley tomorrow. But you can still see more coming up from the south, and then further north, Show Low, Holbrook, seeing some additional showers tonight. Dew points in the 50s. That mugginess is not going anywhere, so it's going to be a muggy weekend out there. Most of the rain will happen both Saturday and Sunday afternoons, mainly up in the high country. Spotty thunderstorms expected, not a whole lot over the lower deserts. Flagstaff, precipitation chances peak at about 2 o'clock tomorrow, and then further east out towards Show Low, they're going to peak at about 4 p.m. and in both cases die down around sunset.
The U.S. men's national team celebrating a World Cup victory tonight after a dominant 4-1 win over Paraguay at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. Fans packed watch parties across the country and also right here in the Valley. 12 News journalist Tiani Jadaling shows us how fans in Old Town Scottsdale took in the historic moment.
That's right. This is the first time in more than 30 years that the U.S. men's national team has played on home turf in the World Cup. And the fans we spoke to today definitely showed out for the team. Chants filled this Old Town Scottsdale bar as the U.S. men's national team made their 2026 World Cup debut. While many of the fans at the Hot Chick represent red, white, and blue,
USA! USA!
USA all the way.
Many of the other neighbors came down to be part of the community.
I mean, it's just the community. Like, we all have fun. We've been playing since a kid, so it's just the fun and we come together, you know.
Didn't grow up playing. I played baseball, but I just think the fans get so into it, and going to games is really fun, as you can hear right now.
Throughout the game, emotions ran high as Team USA quickly drew a 3-0 lead, with some crediting their success to superstitions.
Just kissing it, rubbing it, having other people touch it, see what happens, and we got to go from it, so it works.
But while fans have high hopes for the U.S. men's national team, many say the World Cup is about more than just Team USA. It's about enjoying the global tournament that comes around only once every 4 years.
This is the thing 48 teams die for, and hopefully, whatever happens, we get a good tournament, and someone's going to be lifting this trophy up.
Looking forward, Team USA returns to action next Wednesday. Back here at home, this watch party was organized by the Phoenix Rising. Their next home game is set for June 20th. In Scottsdale, I'm Tiani Jadaling, 12 News.
All right, Tiani, thank you.